I never thought I'd be writing this. I've always read those insane Reddit stories about betrayal, thinking, man, I'd never survive something like that. Yet here I am. And honestly, I survived. Barely. But I did. Let me rewind a bit and tell you the whole thing, because it's the kind of nightmare you don't believe until it happens to you. I met Lena at a mutual friend's housewarming party. She was laughing at something stupid someone said, and I remember being drawn to her energy. It wasn't just that she was beautiful, though she was, it was how she seemed to light up every room. Confident. Bold. Real. We started dating shortly after. The connection felt instant. I was the more reserved, quiet type, she was the firecracker who pulled me out of my shell. For 2.5 years, we built something strong. Or so I thought. She met my family pretty early on. They loved her. Especially my younger brother, Ethan. Ethan and I were never super close growing up. 2 years younger, more charming, more reckless, and, let's be honest, more spoiled. Our parents always made excuses for him, and I was expected to be the responsible one. That dynamic never really went away. Still, I loved him. He was my brother. I had his back even when he made dumb decisions, and when Lena and I got engaged, I asked Ethan to be my best man. I was proud of the life I was building. Stable job, a great apartment, a woman I loved, and family that, while imperfect, was still mine. Looking back, I missed the signs. Or maybe I saw them and didn't want to believe them. Lena would sometimes laugh a little too hard at Ethan's jokes. Ethan, the type who never asked about my life, suddenly wanted to hang around whenever she was over. At first, I chalked it up to Lena being friendly and Ethan just trying to be a better brother. I mean, who jumps to conclusions like, my brother is sleeping with my fiancée, right? The first time it hit me in the gut was at a small gathering at my parents' place. I walked into the kitchen to find Ethan and Lena standing just a little too close. Their conversation stopped abruptly when I entered. She laughed nervously. He grinned like a jackass. Still, I said nothing. I told myself not to be paranoid. That I was being insecure. That Ethan was just being Ethan. We were 3 months out from the wedding. Invitations had just gone out. We'd finalized the venue. My parents were excited. Ethan was planning a bachelor party. And then Lena sat me down one night. Her hands were shaking. She didn't look me in the eye. I need to tell you something, she said. And once I do, you're going to hate me. I thought she was going to say she cheated. She did. But it wasn't just cheating. She told me she was pregnant. Then she told me the baby wasn't mine. And then she told me the father was Ethan. I don't remember much after that. Everything became a blur. I just remember her crying, saying she didn't mean for it to happen, that it was a mistake, that they'd both been drunk, that it only happened a couple of times. A couple of times? My best man. My brother. My flesh and blood. I walked out. I don't even remember driving home that night. Lena tried calling for a few days. I blocked her number. Ethan didn't even have the balls to say anything for a week. Then he sent a text, "I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean for this to happen." Didn't mean for this to happen? My life had been flipped upside down, and that's all he had? I didn't respond. I didn't trust myself to. When my parents found out, my mom cried. My dad sat in stunned silence. At first, they were furious with Ethan. But then something shifted. Suddenly, they were telling me things like, you can't hold on to anger forever. He's still your brother. Lena's having a baby now, maybe we can find a way to move forward. Move forward? With what? My wedding was cancelled. My trust was shattered. My heart was broken. But what broke me even more was how quickly everyone wanted me to forgive and forget. It came 3 weeks later. I was at my parents' house, grabbing some things they'd stored for the wedding. Ethan was there. So was Lena. She was already showing a small bump. They were sitting together, laughing. Like none of it mattered. Like I'd just been collateral damage in their little drama. My mom pulled me aside and said, "Sweetheart, Ethan wants to talk. He's ready to apologize properly." Apologize? He knows he messed up. But they're having a baby now. We need to support them. I snapped. For the first time in my life, I lost it. I told them all exactly what I thought. That I was tired of being the one expected to be mature. That they were enabling a liar and a coward. That they didn't lose a son, they just never really had one. And then I walked out. I didn't look back. It's been over a year now. I moved cities. Found a new job. Changed my number. I went no contact with Ethan. And limited contact with my parents. At first, they begged me to reconsider. Then the guilt trip started. We're getting older, families need to stick together, you can't erase your brother. But I wasn't the one who tore the family apart. That was Ethan. That was Lena. All I did was draw a line. And I kept it. A few weeks ago, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. No return address. It was from Lena. She said she gave birth to a baby girl. That Ethan's not stepping up the way he promised. That he drinks too much. That he disappears for days. That she's scared. She said she regrets everything. That I was a good man. That I didn't deserve what happened. She ended it by saying she hopes I find someone who truly values me. I didn't respond. And I won't. Because here's the truth. I still wake up some nights with a heavy chest. I still replay the moments I ignored the signs. I still wonder how long it was going on. I'll probably never get all the answers. But I've also found peace in places I never thought to look. In quiet mornings with a cup of coffee. In the silence of being alone but not feeling lonely. In the understanding that I didn't fail. They did. I kept my integrity. And in a world where people betray each other like it's nothing, that means everything. If you're reading this and you've been betrayed, here's what I want you to know: you are not obligated to forgive people who destroyed your trust. You do not owe anyone a relationship just because they share your DNA. You can walk away from people who hurt you, even if the world tells you to be the bigger person. Being the bigger person isn't about swallowing pain. It's about choosing yourself when no one else does. And yeah, sometimes healing means burning bridges that lead to nowhere. I've started dating again. Slowly. Cautiously. And maybe someday, I'll trust fully again. But until then, I'm okay. I'm still here. Still standing. And that's enough.